Can I go like this?
And we are live with Monday Bands, the how-to. I'm going to wait for some people to come on, but we are live. Talk about how to work out with bands and do a little bit of a workout. So we'll let some people come on here. We are looking at 12 o'clock right now. Go over what bands we're going to use, and then from that we'll go into a little bit of how to use them. Give it another couple seconds here, or minutes. Hope everybody's day is going well. I see 2 have joined us. And a couple more minutes as we get a couple more people started. We're off to another helping of wonderful exercise classes brought to you by Club Fit. During all this time we're staying home, everybody got to see me in a Moflex video this morning from my home. So I hope everybody enjoyed that workout. If you don't have a Moflex, let us know. We can get you one. You should have one because everything starts with your feet first. But today we're talking about bands, and we're also equipping anybody that needs them. So if you're at home and if you go on Amazon right now, you're not going to find them. You're not going to find a lot. There's not much out there. I have connections across the country with lots of band sellers and equipment people, and so we created a great deal with one of my good friends who's one of the top golf guys, but also his bands are probably the top bands in the industry. And what we're going to do first is go through what bands these are, how to attach them, and then we'll go through some different sample exercises. All right, so we have 2 packages you can get, or you have your own bands at home. We have body bands, we have hip bands, we have short bands, we have handles to go with it, a little carrying case to throw it in. In our ultimate package, we've got some great bands in there. We've got full body bands, so, and different resistance, okay? So with these body bands, you do full body exercises. You would put your feet in it. Let me back up a bit here. And you could do things over the head with it. You could do things out to the side. These are great bands to use for a full body workout. And there's different tensions for that. We have orange tensions, a little bit easier. Doing single arm exercises coming up. And I'm a little bit on the stronger side, so pretty easy to use with that one. We have lighter ones in green, and we have blue. And these are all full body bands that work for a whole host of different things that you can do as far as exercises go. And these body bands work pretty good to do laterals over the head, to come up forwards, like I showed you before, the presses. If you want to go single arm, those are really good. If you have a dumbbell, you put your dumbbell in your hand and then add the band to it for extra resistance. That works really well too. You can do squatting exercises. You can band it around your shoulders and use that tension to work with the body. So these are pretty awesome bands, and they won't break. Well, be sure of that, but they shouldn't break. Not my bands. Then we have these hip bands, these mini bands. These bands are great, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen these. A lot of women use these for glute training. Men too, for strength. These are great. They can go on the feet, or around your feet, come up to your hips, and these would strap and we can do sidewalks with these for tension. You can do just lateral out to the side to create a lot of tension for the hips. You can use them for lunging, take them down below the knee. This is great for split lunge to create resistance. Even squatting, creating glute tension, so that medial glute that everybody needs to target while they're actually doing squats is great. These bands work great for single leg motions, for extension, knee extension, You can do leg curl, lots of cool things with bands. They mimic cables, but they create dynamic tension so that tension stays on the muscle during the whole movement. And it can increase the further you go, so the tension increases. Just like as I apply more of my pressure and more of my weight goes to one side of my body, that also creates more dynamic tension. All right, I've got my producer with me today, and he's going to help me go over to a door. I'm going to show you how to do a door handle and how that hooks up. So let's come over to this door over here. Perfect. So, if you have a door at home, let's come a little closer. Bring the camera closer. No, walk. Real good. All right, so if you have a door at home, just like this one, come around a little bit. All right, so this is your closet door, this is your front door, this is whatever door. This little handle piece is great. They come in different ways. I like this one because it won't destroy your door. So the one end can go inside the actual door, the rubber piece, and the other side comes on the outside of the door. Of course, I'm having trouble with it now. I'm trying to hold two things at once. So that tension gets shut in the door. So now I've got a great grip. What's really cool about this, I'm able to create, if I want a belt high tension, if I want a higher tension for tricep work, bicep work, cable stuff, or I can go at the bottom of the door to create that. And it's not going to mess up your door. Some of them come with this little ball. I've seen that dent in doors, brake doors. This is a great tension piece for doors. It works really well. So you take the band, strap it through, pull that tension tight, and see now I've got it locked in. So if I want to do some side laterals, I can work side laterals off the door. I can work even bicep curls. I can do presses off the door. But it gets better. If we add, which comes in the ultimate pack that we have, these little handles, you can add a handle to the cable so it's a little bit easier to use. And you feel like you're right back in Club Fit again, doing your exercises or back at your gym. Awesome way to feel like you're getting a workout in the gym using bands. Having these great little handles. Like I said, this comes part of the ultimate package, which is really cool to use. So, those are those two. We have our mini, we have our handle. I'll leave that guy there. We're gonna come back over here. And so if you have bands at home, I've got this big body band. Let's go through some different exercises we can do. I'm gonna take a sneak peek. See if I have any questions, anything like that. Hi, Nancy. Very cool. All right, so remember all of these live are taped. You can go back through it. I'm going to start with some full body motions. All right, so if you have a body band like this or any type of band, if you don't have a band, you want to get a band, great, we can help you out. Or you can go online and try to order them, whatever. I recommend them. It's a great way to work tension from multiple angles. Dumbbells work one way against you, down, okay? Because that's gravity against weight. Tension with bands can be in every different direction, every plane. Really great to use, and that's why I highly recommend using these types of bands for workouts when you don't have cables or other machines right now. And they work really well to maintain and even improve. When I'm on the road, this is what I use. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is some full body motions. We're going to put our feet in. If you don't have bands right now, just follow along with the motions. You can grab some dumbbells, whatever. I mean, you can still get a great workout just working with whatever you have. We're going to start with a raise over the head just to open up the body. We're going to bring the hands up over the body with the band and back down. So going up. If you have dumbbells, if you have soup cans, I know this is a band class and this is a how-to. I showed you the different options that you can use with bands, and there's lots more too. But these are the ones I recommend, or we should say Club Fit recommends. This is an awesome way to get a great workout. I'm right now working with an orange tension. Orange tension, I believe, is the number 4, and it allows me to feel free to move, that I can go right into other exercises. Some of the more thicker bands don't allow you to travel through so many different exercises at once. All right, so we went overhead lateral. We're gonna go with a pressing motion over the head. Staying with the shoulders, we're gonna press straight up and over. Like I showed you before, you can attach those handles to this because a lot of people don't like the tension on their hands. So if you had the handles, I'm just gonna show one really quick. You can create that same motion, there we go, straight overhead with a handle, which is really awesome to use, okay? It's a lot easier in hand, nice and soft, great to use. I'm gonna stick, because most won't have a handle, I'm gonna stick just with the bands for right now. So we're still pressing over the head. When I stop to talk, feel free to keep on moving. I do a lot of talking, I enjoy it. I like to educate, it's how I spend my life. Going up, let's go 2 more of these. Straight over, and then 1 more. Awesome. We're gonna do a side lateral motion. So we're gonna take 1 foot in. We're gonna have our hand here out to the side. We're gonna come up and over. So holding it here, we're gonna come out to the side, over the head, and then back down. You can go with lighter tension here, which is great with this ultimate pec. Lots of different tensions to find just the right fit for you. Really great to have a bunch of different bands to make it easier to use. We sell a survival kit too that just has 4 bands, 2 hip bands, 2 body bands. Great, super cheap price. You can use too. So overhead lateral to the side. I'm gonna get crazy. And another one to the other side. So now I'm double banding. So we're gonna go up to the sides and back down. Awesome tension. You can do dynamic motions with these. You can hop around, act crazy. All kinds of fun stuff. Coming back down, let's go 2 more. And then last one. Awesome. All right, so we're working those shoulders, that upper body a bit. We're gonna get to lower body, don't worry. Let's take just 1 band, okay? We're gonna hold the arms out, and we're gonna do a rear lateral. This is a great one. So those shoulder blades you got back there, that's our upper body posture. That's what keeps our head in a nice aligned position when those shoulder blades and those muscles that run between them are strong. I can't tell you enough that this is an important exercise to do. Everything we do right now, you're looking at a screen, your head's forwards. Everything you're doing is causing that head to come forwards. Great exercise to improve that posture of the neck and shoulders and limit the strain that can cause headaches and other crazy things. So let's take the arms out. You've probably seen us do this one. We've probably done it with you. We use it with cables, we've done it with bands. Just bringing the arms straight out to the side and then back in. Feeling those shoulder blades squeeze together. This is an incredible exercise for posture. Coming together and then back. Coming out and back. Look at that. We've worked the shoulder girdle. It's like what I like to call it, or complex. Okay? It's a ball and socket joint that goes in so many different directions. Really hard to do without straightening your back or other things with just dumbbells alone. These bands make it really easy to go from one to the next, just getting a complete circuited workout, moving all the way through it. Let's try 5 more of these. 5, 4, 3, last 2, 2, 1 more. Awesome. All right. What about coming forwards with those shoulders, okay? Working the pecs, working the chest, working the shoulders. We don't want to do too much because we don't want to end up like this. This is never a good look. All right, we want to make sure our body's standing with good posture, all right? Really important, loaded through the feet, but we got to also take care of it up at the top. So, we take our hands in, palm the bands, bring them over the back here, all right? So now we're going to come forwards, and we're able to do a flying motion with the bands. See, we can use our own body as an anchor. You can go back to the beginning of the video and see how I attached it to a door hinge and use it that way. If you don't have that little piece that I had there, you can tie the end of the band in a knot, and that works as a great anchor. It gives it a greater chance for tension and for it to break, but that's another way to use it. Try 5 more of these. 5, 4, 3, 2 more, 1 more. Awesome, really good. So in this same position, it's really easy to transfer to the next exercise, so you just keep on moving with this. We're going to go into a pressing motion now, all right? I like to do is I like to put that pinky finger banded in it, so I'm getting a full palm motion with it, and then I make a fist. You don't have to do it that way, you can just grab it, but it puts a lot of tension on just the thumb. All right, and a lot of tension on the thumb can cause some of that arthritis to act up or something else. So I like to give that look, so I'm banded in there and strapped, and I'm putting pressure across my palm. This is like pressure across the ball of the foot. It's important to create pressure in the right places. From this position, we're going to do a pressing motion, so pressing out. And look at that. I don't even have to band myself to anything, okay? Or let's say that better. I don't have to hook it to a door. I don't have to hook it to anything. I could be on the ground right now doing a push-up, and I could be creating more tension if I've gotten really good at doing push-ups. Or if I want to go from where I'm on a knee push-up and then extend into a full push-up, this is a good middle point for those knees. Let's try 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Awesome job, guys. Just checking on if we have any questions. Please ask questions. Please ask anything. During this, I'll keep checking what comes up. We're going to stay with the upper body. I'm going to switch to a little bit more tension in an orange band here. And we're going to do a couple rowing motions, okay? So we're going to start with our feet in the band, and we're going to do an upright rowing motion. So holding here, bringing the arms up, and then back down. Very standard exercises I'm just showing today. There are so many cool things that you can do. You can use your imagination. This is just a great way to go through a little band workout. If you only have one body band at home, you can do all these with that one body band. I'm trying to keep it simple so that everybody has a chance to use it. If you're looking just for one body band, let us know. And then back down. Let's try 5 more upright rows. 1. And there's 4. 3. 2. Let's go 1 more. Woo, there we go. That was really good. All right, let's do a rowing motion. What I like to do with this is I like to take a foot out in front. Okay? I like to then grab the tension here. Okay? So then I can then pull the old lawnmower. What a great rowing motion that was. Or is. Or can be. Really great to work, again, those shoulder blades, working that back. Simple, easy to transfer from one to the other. Really easy to do. Let's try 5 more on the side. 5, 4, 3, try 2 more, plus 1 more. Awesome. Let's switch to the other side. Put our foot in. Again, grabbing it. I like grabbing it over, not under. You can grab it under and pull. I'm going to grab it over and pull like I'm pulling a lawnmower. If you grab it the other way, under, it gives you the same thing, a little easier on the hand. Both work very effectively. Again, great posture. Keep your body straight, hips out, don't bend, pulling up. Feeling those muscles working. If you're working along with me or you're just learning, or you can watch this later and go through it. We'll post more band workouts with some music to go along to. I always like that. Inspires me more. Go 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go 1 more. Awesome. All right, let's get into some core. How about some core? All right. Staying with our body, so I'm not attaching to anything. Keeping it simple. Remember, you can attach this to a door, you can attach to things, you can work the arms with this, all kinds of stuff. Try and keep it simple with what we have. Just simple bands in our home, if you have them. We're going to hold it, 2 hands here. We're going to take a 2-hand grip, okay? And we're going to do the old wood chop. So we're going to come up to the side and back down. Up and back down. Off 1 foot, I'm hooked into 1 foot here and back down. Doing the old wood chop motion. Great for those obliques. these guys back here. Works awesome. Let's try 5 more on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2. Very functional. Excellent. I'm going to switch the feet. We're going to put it on the other side. Hold it the same way right here. We're going to come up the other side. 1. There we go. Wood chops up and out to the side. Working those glutes, working that posterior core, lateral core, sides, the obliques. Doing a great job to lean up that midsection. Remember, core exercises are done best in a stationary standing position. They can be done moving too. But in an upright position, you're getting a demand there, need to have, and the best way to train them. When you lay on your back, they're no longer stabilizing. They're only moving. Our core is a stabilization. It stabilizes our upper body to our lower body. To train it correctly, you should be in an upright position. You can do all the crunches, leg lifts, great. So they're action-based, so you can bend easier, so you can lift your body easier. But they're not going to make you leaner and stronger. Okay? Coming up. I know some of you would probably fight me on that, but this is what I do. Let's go. Side, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, last 2. 1 more. Woo, that was awesome. All right, so a little bit of a rotation, all right? This time I'm gonna hook it. So let's hook it to the door, let's hook it to something, just to show you that. I'm gonna wrap it over. I'm gonna pull it through, okay? So I pulled it through and it did not, it just strapped through. So for example, always when you're attaching, you do it to a doorknob, whatever. Watch it rip out the doorknob or kitchen sink. If you take the band, all right, and you pull this side through it, the back side will loop around something and hold. Really good way to attach it. Once we have that in a nice, good position, let's go with some rotations. So holding out in front of us, we're going to turn out to the side and back. Out and back. You see my back foot pivoting? This creates greater tension in a dynamic plane going to the side than staying stationary. I'm including my hips to help with the core and to maximize my motion so I don't put too much tension on my lower back. Really works good. Let's go 5 more. 3 more. Last 2. 1 more. Awesome. All right. For those of you who like crunches, this is a great one. Around my shoulders. All right. I'm forwards here. My tension's on. I'm going to go on an angle. And I'm going to crunch forwards and back. So now I'm working my abdominals, trying to get a good camera position. And I'm creating that tension against to do basically a sit-up, which is good because that involves my hip flexors to help me raise up. You have trouble getting out of bed in the morning? This is a great one to incorporate hip flexion with spinal flexion, which is abdominals working. Up and down. Crunching, this is great for that lower back too. Oh, this feels good as a stretch. Great tension away. You can walk away a little more, create a little more tension. Great exercise to do. Let's try 5 more. Really good. 3 more. Last 2. 1 more. Awesome. Really good. Let's stay with that tension off to the side of the door handle or in the door jamb. We're going to take the band overhead and we're going to come out to the side and back for side extension. Great fundamental movements we're working on today. Like I said, there's so many things that you can do with band work. And they're awesome to mimic the motions you typically do in the gym. Really good. So that I don't face away from you guys, I'm staying on one side. Make sure you're getting that other side in here. I only twisted to one side. I'm only gonna bend to one side. And so I won't bore you too much. So keep it moving this way. Try 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Awesome. All right. We're gonna do a really cool one, squat row, okay? So, get that lower body working with the upper body, all right? So I'm gonna bring my hands in, and I'm gonna go down into a squat. I'm gonna raise up and pull. So down, pull. Getting that multi-joint, getting the body working all together. Great motion to do. Easy to do. Great for the body. Weight in my heels, forcing through into the balls to push away. Heels, balls to the feet. Rowing in, pulling in. Let's go 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Awesome. While I'm here with my arms, go right into a kickback. So get in the back of the arms, extending the arms down and back up. It's so easy to sequence right through these motions. You see, I'm not stopping. I'm going right through, keeping that heart rate up, moving nice and in a good sequence of motion. Steady pace, not just bouncing them. Don't bounce your bands. Your muscles are rubber bands. Don't add another rubber band. Resist the tension. We call it motor control. It's how our body works. It controls the outside forces that work against our body. 2 more. Last one. Awesome. Let's flip this around. Let's do bicep. Let's curl on the side. Staying with this. Pretty easy to use. Holding the sides. Now we can do a curl. We'll come out a little bit. Back down. Going right through it. You could squat with this one too. So you could go down, come up, squat, and curl. So down like a deadlift, curl. Down like a deadlift, curl. You could go down, press. Down, press. Down, press. So many things you can sequence right into. Pretty awesome. I'm working up a sweat. Try 2 more. 1 more. Awesome. Very cool. All right. Let's take this off of this door. All right. So now we just have the band again. We'll stay with this a little bit longer than we're going with those mini bands. A lot of you probably just have one of these types of bands, where you set handle bands with a handle on each side. All work. I like the freedom this allows, because I don't have to worry about just the handle. I can grab it wherever I want. You see all the different hand placements I did today. Really universal, dynamic. All right, so next, I'm gonna bring it up and over the shoulders, all right? Don't put it on your neck. Get it on your shoulders, okay? Get it back a little bit. Even hold the tension there so it's off that neck. Don't put that tension on the back of your neck. That cervical 8, C8, that controls our arms, all right? We don't want tension on that. That'll cause them to go numb. We don't want that. Let's hold this position, go into a squatting motion, and up. Adding a little tension to that motion. Going through it. Really great exercise to do. And up, squat, and up. Squat and up. Really good. Really good. You can go right into a stiff leg coming up. So working that hamstrings, and those glutes, creating that tension. Really awesome. Go right into the next motion. You can do this single leg too. Mike can demonstrate later. And up. Really good. You want to get crazy, overhead squat. down, and back up, down, and back up. You want to add a press to that. Down, and back up, down, and back up. Awesome. Great things you can do. Let's go to a mini band. You can use this, you can bend it in two, and create your own little mini band. Sorry. I've got a little mini band here, hip band, some people call it. This can get into a little bit more single motion, single joint, like machines you would use in the gym. Right around your ankles. Let's bring our feet apart. We're going to do a toe raise first. Why is this good? I'm raising up and down. This tension forces me to put pressure on the inside of my foot. So if I walk on the outside of my feet, this is a great one to create better tension through the ball of my foot to line it up. Really important to do. Great for those that suffer with foot pain. A lot of that tension has become you're walking out, creating too high of an arch on the outside, putting pressure on that plantar ligament. Those that are walking in, you can strap it the opposite way, against something to that foot, and raise up. From that, we'll go toe tap, coming up and down. Same thing here, creating motion under tension. This is what we use bands for in therapy. We do it resistive, and we do it passive and assisted. Great way to work with the body, get some of those aches and pains away. Today, we're just doing fitness. From that, we can go right to a hip abductor, work the outer hip, straight up. Sequencing right through these motions. Let's try two more. Awesome. On the other side, we go up. Really good. Easy to use. These mini bands are great for lower body. Working those hips. You don't have to work so much. It's just concentrating down here where the upper band, the body bands can work the upper. Use these mini bands for upper too. You can use the same thing. Create tension, hook it to your door. Let's go hip flexion. Legs straight out in front. Coming straight up. Always something there just to create balance so you can focus, or you can do it without and work on that balance while you're doing it. Switch the feet. Flexion opposite side. Doing really good. We'll sweat. One of the lights. Two more. Awesome, really good. Let's work those hamstrings, hard to reach hamstrings. Holding on to something, curling that leg. Curling that leg. Curling that leg. You can even do kickback. Really get that glute working in. We do something we call cars, okay? It's a circular motion of the actual joint. So we work around, back and around to really get that activated. Leading cause of back pain, weak glutes. The glutes aren't doing their job to hold the spine in place. It's your pelvis, it's what controls the spine. Not the spine, the pelvis, the spine. So those glutes need to be strong to be able to support. And when you sit on them all day, guess what? They atrophy. So working motions like this really works to increasing their strength, and it makes them look good too. Awesome, both of those are very cool. We can do tension side to side walks. We can bring it up the band, right above the knees, and we can go out to the side, side. These are great for, again, working that lateral side. These are great for people that suffer from IT issues, creating stronger connections. Very dynamic. We can lunge with it, forwards. It's just causing or activating a little more tension than doing these just body weight alone. Really good. I'm going to walk up, make sure I'm not missing any questions. Doing awesome, everybody. All right. What else we got? We have any questions on any band exercises you want to learn more about? Let me know. Whether now, later. We're going to some things if your neck, your shoulders have been bothering you. Great way to work some rotator stuff. Band out to the side, coming up. Well, I've seen this. If you've ever done therapy, This is one people do. Great for bands. What we think of bands for, or what we did until recently when we found out that dynamic tension can create a greater response for a neurosystem that allows us to get greater activation and motor control. When you're in a machine, you're not controlling, the machine's controlling you. When you're in a cable, the weight stack is in control. You're not stabilizing balance. This does all of that for me. That's why free functional motion is so important. But how we distribute pressure, don't forget that, people. Even if you're not on a Moflex, right now, I've got my weight where it would be if I was standing on a Moflex. That's what that's so critical for. You can do all these exercises standing on a Moflex too. Get really crazy, you can try these on a Bosu. You can try them on something unstable. But I wouldn't suggest that until you've mastered proper distribution of pressure before you go on an unstable surface. Our feet are meant to stabilize our body, not to create instability. That's only for high performance. Awesome. Really good. Shoulders there. Like I said before, I really recommend you can do stretches with these where you're bringing the tension out, stretching out the pectorals. You can attach it to something behind you and really feel that stretch. Great for shoulder health, coming over and back and forwards again, over, back, and forwards again, going top, up, down. These are great if you have tension in your neck. These are great if you like to golf and need more range of motion in the shoulders so they stay in control. These are great if you're a professional football player. They work great for all kinds of motions. And then circles, coming around. These are ball and socket joints. They work great for these types of tensions. Awesome, everybody. Let me know if you have any questions. That's the how-to on bands. Let me finish with what you can order if you don't have any and you really want to get some. We have a survival kit. I feel like I'm a QVC. We have a survival kit, 2 mini bands, 2 different tensions, and 2 body bands. Okay? Blue and orange. This could be recommended for anybody. These work great. All right? This kit's $31. Get in touch with us. We'll put the order and get it right to you. If you have a card and file, we can charge it there and shoot it right to you. If you want the ultimate package, you add in the red band. You add in these awesome handles, which I didn't really show, so a lot of you probably didn't have them. These are a great way to work with the bands. It makes it feel more like a cable, less pressure on the wrist. We add another green band for more tension. Great little storage mesh bag. And then that door harness that I showed you guys how to use before. That ultimate package is $90. But it is well worth it to create a home gym. It's a great way to get a workout in. I highly recommend you think about using bands. If you don't already have bands, they're great to use. You see the sweat I got today. I know what you're thinking, he's just out of shape, but whatever. These are great to order, great to use. Try them, enjoy them. We'll be back next week with a how-to on something else. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your loves. Appreciate it. You guys stay healthy, be well, and look forward to our next video. Thanks, guys.